Howdy, hi, and hello. Welcome to Creatures and Cantrips. We're going to the 1970s, baby. Our trusty DM Tyler will be taking us to New York City right before New Year's. The game system that we're using is Cthulhu Dark. There will be different types of gore and horror imagery that will happen, so you have been warned. Let's get this party started. Wait, what is that?
Howdy, hi, and hello. Tonight we'll be playing one of my favorite tabletop RPGs, Cthulhu Dark. As the night goes on, we will find ourselves immersed in the bustling city of Manhattan, New York, during the late December of 1974. My fellow players have gathered tonight to watch the ball drop on their static-filled TV in their new apartment that is nestled just a few blocks down from the river. You have newly acquired this apartment from a late relative that was infatuated with history and all things unknown. You are still unable to figure out why your relative has passed, and also why their study is locked away. So, I want everybody to go around the table and tell me a little bit about yourselves, your names, your occupations, and maybe the relationships that you have between each other.
I'm Cody. I'll be playing Scott. He is a bartender and also the owner of the apartment complex. Obviously, it was my uncle that passed. I'm unsure of why he died and the suspicious lack of details surrounding that. And I guess each of you can explain how we all know each other, since it's a little bit individualized. So
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Krista. I'm going to be playing Kim, or Kimberly. She is a tall, blonde, Farrafosity NICU nurse. She knows Scott because she frequents the bar in her off time, obviously.
I'm Holly, and I will be playing Charlie. I am a groupie, and me and Scott go way back.
I'm Noah. I will be playing Dallas. He is a new pilot that has kind of just passed his flight test. He is now almost constantly wearing his flight cap because he's proud of himself. I became acquainted with Scott back in college, just now seeing what he's up to, becoming in the new year.
My name's Hope. I'll be playing Skippo, or Skippy. I'm a hippie-like attire who always carries gloves with her, and I am a housekeeper. I met Scott as a labor exchange to clean for a place to live.
So, with all that being said, it is December 31st. It is approaching midnight, and you guys are all getting ready to celebrate the new year coming in. So, packed together on the couch, you begin the countdown with party blowers and confetti poppers in hand, right? So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The windows illuminate the room with a brilliant white light, and it blinds you for the remaining last seconds. And an unforgettable impact is felt crashing into the earth. The complex shakes, the TV falls from its stand, and car alarms now echo throughout the streets. So, the next thing that you guys know, you are completely, overtaken by this. So, as you're watching the ball literally going to make its last few seconds, you feel this, earth-crushing impact just a couple blocks from the apartment complex. It's enough to shake everything in the house. You might think that it's some sort of an earthquake or something to that effect. You can hear car alarms going off. You can hear faint screams off in the distance. What would you guys like to do?
What the fuck was that?
I have no idea. Hang on, guys. Let me run outside. Everybody just don't panic. I'll go out and see what's going on. I'm gonna run outside.
Okay. As you start to wind down the staircase, you can see other people kind of like, inside the apartment complex where all the doors kind of all lead to one staircase, right? Mm-hmm. So people are like opening up their doors, kind of like looking down the hallway.
I'm just going to be yelling while I go down. Everybody stay calm. I'm going to see what's going on. Like, just...
Kind of like reassuring them that
enjoy
everything's
your
okay.
New Year's.
That's fair. As you go running outside, okay, you see a large grouping of people kind of huddled, kind of like in the main stretch, right? So as you're coming out the apartment complex, you see a large grouping of people. In front of you, there is this massive, massive cloud of dust. The only thing that you can kind of see is maybe like some sort of like a silhouetted figure peering through it. It seems to be around 7 meters high. This thing is massive. It's around 20-some feet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You hear people crying out, "Oh my God, what was that?" And you hear like babies crying in the background. The car alarms are still going off. There's a lot of chaos. If you want, you can try and give me a roll to see if you can see through this giant cloud of debris. Kind of like what you're looking through. Like you can't really make out what it is yet. Like I said, the debris is still settling, but it almost looks like a giant, almost like a building or a skyscraper or a pillar or an obelisk. Some sort of massive rectangular structure has embedded itself into the Manhattan soil.
So would I know anything about this? Would I be totally confused by this, or would I be a little suspicious of it, just in a way that
in like a conspiracy kind of way.
In a conspiracy kind of way, because of my uncle's dealings.
So
this is the time of Vietnam. So would you be
So-
worried it is more
So
war
go ahead,
related?
give me a roll to see how you're comprehending this.
5.
5?
That's for the weighted dice, Tyler.
I would say that your comprehension of this, what little bit that you can kind of understand, is completely foreign to you. You might think that a building has maybe fallen over in the earthquake, and it's the top, say if the top of a building has toppled over and have crashed into the ground, you might think that it's something similar to that.
Okay.
You're kind of looking.
I just think a piece of a building
has
broke
fallen off and it has embedded itself into the ground. You're also kind of looking around. Other buildings have been damaged. There's cars that have smashed into
so
each
I'm probably
other.
just looking up, trying to see where
where damage
the
is.
piece came off of the building, and
Right.
trying to make sure it's not my apartment complex.
Exactly.
Being holy crap, what happened?
Right. So the next thing that you see a horde of law enforcement officers or policemen zooming in on site, right? They got sirens blaring. They have people, they're all getting in a big line going, get back, and they're trying to push people back into their homes. You see another person pull up in what seems to be a very heavily armored truck, and they're removing things from the back of it, and you can see them begin to put up a barricade around whatever object has embedded itself into the ground.
Okay. Do I see any people that I would recognize, as patrons or anything like that I could be hey, Greg or whatever, a cop that I would know?
Go ahead, you can
might frequent the area or something.
Yeah, you can give me a roll.
No.
A 1? I would say within the chaos, you can't really make out who anybody is because, like I said, whatever has dug itself into the ground, there's so much sediment in the air. It's very hard to make out even who people are. The only thing that you're even seeing are little flashes of red and blue lights kind of coming through this cloud, and what you can kind of make out is this massive pillar.
Mm-hmm.
the next thing that you know, a police officer comes to you and he goes, "Sir, can you please get back in your building? We're trying to quarantine the area," and you can kind of see him trying to shuffle you along.
Yeah, I'll just absolutely. I just wanted to make sure everybody was okay.
He goes, "We'll be back we'll come back and we'll give everybody a disclosure agreement here in a second. Just give me a second."
I'm just kind of like already walking away, and I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Like very respectful, like
So as you're heading back into the building, Noah or give me 1 second, Dallas, your radio begins to come alive, right? And you hear some army brats going, "What the hell is this thing, man? I don't even know what I'm looking at." And then you hear like the police officers, saying like, "Hey, we need to get that barricade up. Hey, bring that piece over here."
This isn't good.
I would say just as you're kind of tuning in and things are going alive, Scott comes walking back in the door.
The police said they have everything under control. They're supposed to come and update us here in a little bit. So I just say continue with
Happy
the
New Year.
festivities for now, and this will be a new year to remember.
Do you think it's an attack from Vietnam?
No, it didn't look like anything really dangerous. I kind of think it's a piece of a building that fell off. I just had to make sure it wasn't our building. But there's no, like, sign that it is any type of, like, projectile or anything meant to, like, harm us.
So the next thing you guys hear, after a few moments, you hear a man on a loudspeaker. It's probably some sort of officer talking into a blowhorn, and he's basically informing everybody to stay in their homes, and not to leave until the area is cleared, and that there is a strict curfew that's being put into place.
What's the curfew?
Basically, you cannot leave your home until advised.
Gotcha. So.
Well, yeah, it is midnight, I guess, so.
What floor level are we on?
I'm gonna say that you're up kind of high. I'm gonna say you're like on the.
82nd floor?
I'm gonna say you're on like the 7th or 8th floor. I'm gonna say the building probably has 12 stories.
I'm gonna look out the window.
Which window? The window in the kitchen or the window in the bedroom?
Let's go to the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Sorry, let me go. I want to go look somewhere real quick.
As you make your way into the bedroom and you pull the curtains back, you kind of see a similar sight. This massive cloud of dust has erupted. There's police lights kind of flashing through it. And you still see a very large crowd of people kind of hovering around it. And the police are trying to gather everybody and put them back in their homes. The next thing that you also see as you're looking, you hear glass shatter. The next thing you know, you see a couple of people taking bricks and just trashing them through jewelry stores, different, what's like a Rite Aid would be like? That's
A pharmacy.
Like a pharmacy, like basically all these places. You just see mass looting begin to unfold.
What the fuck are we riding?
You even hear like a couple gunshots going off in the distance, people screaming. Basically, all chaos is kind of unfolded.
Why did you look out that window? God damn.
I'm gonna close the curtains real quick. Slowly step back. Hell's breaking loose out there.
The next thing you so like as you come back to like alert everybody, you hear like people starting to like run rampant up into the apartment complex. You hear people like
Lock the
screaming,
door.
like, hey,
Lock the door.
Hey, what are you doing, man? Leave me alone. Hey, and then you hear like their voices drag off.
I'm assuming.
the door.
Would I have like any type of weapons in this?
You're a bartender.
You-
Of course you would.
Well, I mean, in like the building.
I'm sorry, he's a bartender in Manhattan.
Like even just like
Hell yeah.
threatening. I don't care if I have a shotgun
There's
with
a
2
bat by
shells.
each
Just
door.
something I can be like, yeah.
So you have no gun,
Okay.
but whatever you can find in the house.
Someone help me.
I'm gonna go
push
to the-
this
If possible.
fucking
I'm gonna go to the
so here,
kitchen.
let me give you a rundown of
Yeah.
what's in each room, and then you can kind of like investigate or look around in those areas.
Okay. So I'm putting the coffee table and the plant in front of the door.
How about we help me move the sofa?
I'm going to run to the kitchen and start opening drawers and looking for knives.
Okay, so this is also how we're gonna play. So
okay.
you guys each have a meeple. Okay, that's your little plastic piece that looks like a person. You can only move from one room to one room during your turn. So you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the kitchen, I'm gonna go to the bedroom, and then I'm gonna go back to here. You can only go from one room to one room. So you would have to say like, you're like, I'm gonna go from the living room into the bedroom, or whatever. So just so you don't have like complete freedom.
Okay.
So now that we have everybody situated, we have Charlie in the kitchen. We have Skippy in the bathroom. We have Scott, Dallas, and Kimberly in the living room. So the people that are in the living room, what are your guys' thoughts right now? What do you want to try and do?
Moving that sofa
Yeah, blocking the
right
door.
in front of the door.
Yep.
Okay, so can you each give me a roll?
Does the door open in towards us or out to a hall?
So Cody, which way does an interior door open?
Into the room.
Inward.
Yep.
So, no, that's a good call. That's
Yeah.
a very good call
I'm
because
just saying, are we gonna pile
Yeah.
all these fucking couches up and just have someone open a door and climb over
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Like-
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Didn't that happen in Scooby-Doo? Didn't they pile everything and then the dude just
So-
opened the door outward?
So as you guys are scattering to try and blockade doors, look for medical supplies, that sort of thing, I want everybody to give me a insanity check. You've just experienced basically a major catastrophe, and I want to make sure how well you can handle it.
What do we try to roll for insanity again?
So you have to roll lower than your current insanity or equal or beyond or not equal
Below.
to. Yeah, or below. So you have to roll lower. So
I got a 1. I am good.
so you're good. Hope your insanity level goes up by 1, so you put a little check mark on this 2. Okay. So if anybody who rolled a 1, you're fine. If you rolled anything higher than a 1, you have to make your check mark box to a 2. The people that are in the living room, can you try and give me a roll to try and barricade the door?
I'm a pilot. I have to have some good arm strength.
For the like
For-
To stop the
the-
plane from going down?
Pretty much.
Hey.
Okay.
You gotta.
But
fucking
plus you're in the
tell me.
army,
I
so
do.
you're over
There
here
you
in the
go.
Air Force.
I had to
Medical
carry
equipment's
most of
heavy.
this stuff up here. I'm already used to moving this furniture.
Okay.
I'm holding heavy babies all day long.
No.
Medical equipment.
Solid
joke.
What'd you roll?
I rolled 2 1s.
Oh, that's bad. What'd you roll?
I roll both.
I kicked my back.
Do I- no, one. Doesn't matter.
You roll 1.
Medical equipment.
What?
There's not really a...
1.
I told her you carry chubby babies, and then I said no, but you're probably lugging heavy medical equipment around.
Yeah.
She
got
went with the chubby baby one.
What'd you roll? 2, 1.
I rolled 2 2s.
Oh my god. So as you guys go to pick up this very well-built couch, must have been from the 60s or something.
Damn.
Or somebody's hiding something in it. As you start to drag it towards the door, right? The next thing you hear, bam, 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 on the front, on the door to your apartment.
Is how
How sturdy's the door?
no? What locks are on the door?
Just
Like-
a normal ass.
No chain lock. I
mean,
hear those were big in the 70s.
Yeah, we'll say like a simple chain lock, no deadbolt, but then you have a handle lock.
I'm gonna yell, lock the chain.
I think Noah's closest.
So as you run, you try and throw the chain across. Go ahead, give me a roll for that. You're a person. Don't even give me that shit.
6.
You run over. You slide it across. You slide it across. While you do that, real quick, Skippy, what are we looking for in the bathroom?
Does this thing have like a cabinet under it?
Yeah, it does. It has like a little cabinet like underneath, and then there's a medicine cabinet above it.
Alright, I'm looking for anything I can spray on somebody to harm them. like bleach.
Cleaner, like alcohol
Okay.
or something.
I will say that as you open up the cabinets, it's just stacked to the brim with toilet paper, and then along with that, you also see a roach killer, like a can of roach killer.
I want that.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
you scoop up the roach killer. What do you want to do?
Can I check the medicine cabinet too?
Yeah. So as you open up the medicine cabinet, give me a roll. So it's just a search. So you just roll a 1. 6. Damn. As you open up the cabinet, you find a small first aid kit. From anything from like being able to like say suture up a small wound or bandage a broken arm, that sort of thing. Real quick, Charlie, what are we doing in the kitchen?
I'm pulling open all of the drawers, looking for any kind of knives, anything sharp.
So we're in the cabinet drawers.
Huh?
We're like in the kitchen cabinet drawers.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
go
a
ahead.
cabinet and drawers are two different things.
Just go ahead, give me a roll.
A 3.
One
A
should
3?
be a butter knife.
I'm gonna say that you find like
Cheese spreader.
one. You find like the normal array of kitchen utensils. You find like a spatula. You find a different array of forks, knives, spoons, but normal cutlery. I'm gonna say that you find one decent sized chef knife.
Okay, I'm gonna take that Sorry, going through
I'm gonna
puberty.
take that shit.
I'm gonna take that knife and tuck it into my back waistband.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take all of the forks and butter
Is there a
knives.
pizza cutter?
Okay.
And I will run back to everyone else.
And you're gonna hand out forks and butter knives.
In a pinch, a fork and a butter knife can go through an eye.
Okay.
Or right under here. That's soft enough.
So, you hear on the other side of the wall, bang, 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 and it's a lady, and she's screaming, "Please, please help me! Oh my God, they're coming up the stairs! Please, please!" They're like, "Please, I have my baby, please!" And next thing you hear,
Something's fucked up with that baby. Don't open that door.
Is there holes in the door, like peepholes?
yeah, you could probably see a peephole.
I'm gonna look through the peephole.
As you look, you see a woman kind of dressed in like a maroon style shawl, slightly over her head and face, and you can tell that she's carrying a baby. It's bouncing back, she's bouncing it back and forth, and you can kind of from your angle notice shadows of what people would be like running up the staircase.
Keep the door locked.
Yeah, that sucks.
Not a chance.
But the baby.
Chris,
next-
should do like an insanity roll thing. See, like,
Probably.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's very good.
no,
like-
like it won't go up for like the points, but like just to see if like, you're
An insanity
Well,
roll
yeah,
will always
so
affect the
go
points.
ahead. Actually,
makes sense.
give me an insanity roll since you're, a nurturing person.
God damn it.
it's a good idea.
2.
A 2. What's your insanity at right now?
2.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. You're
We're
you're
not-
kind of
see,
you're
we're
kind
not
of going
dying.
like life or death moment with this.
Yeah.
You're used to babies dying.
On the other side of the
Don't be
wall.
on Tyler's side.
So you're all in agreement that you're not opening.
No.
No.
Right.
I'm in
Okay.
the bathroom.
Are you still looking through the peephole?
I don't know what's happening.
Honestly, yeah, probably.
Are you saying anything?
No.
Are you trying to keep quiet inside the house? Okay. You lady's banging on the wall. The next thing you know, you see her kind of dash from your door and try to go to your neighbor's. Bang, bang, bang. Same story. You see coming up behind her a couple thugs, and they're like, "Hey, lady, what do you got?" And then she's like, "Please leave me alone." The next thing you know, you see her like they're trying to rip like the bag off of her arm, and the baby falls to the ground and begins to cry even harder. She's trying to scoop the baby up, and within all the commotion, those thugs run back down the hallway. You can see people kind of like emerging from their rooms just to kind of like look out and check quickly. And the woman picks up her child, and she's just kind of in the corner, kind of just like, what's another word that's not like
Like
bawling?
in shock.
Yeah, she's just, kind of in shock, and she's just kind of sitting there holding her baby going, "Shh, shh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay." And you can kind of hear her sobbing to herself.
Man,
still in
that
the
sucks.
bathroom.
Okay, let's try to move other shit in front of this door.
Whatever you're thinking, no, we're not doing this. Because if those,
Can I leave my area?
whatever those thugs are doing,
Yeah.
they just left her.
So, yeah, if you guys want to all meet in this.
I'm taking that first aid kit though.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And remember, you also have the roach spray.
I would write it down.
While we're all together in the living room, I'm gonna hand out all of the forks and knives and everything.
Okay, everybody gets one. You either get a fork or a knife.
Oh, okay.
And I want to give my first aid kit to somebody.
Okay.
Because Krista has one, I feel like someone else that's responsible should have one too.
That's fair. Who do you want to give it to?
I think you should give it to.
Okay, you also get to pick if you get a fork or a knife.
I'll
It
take
is-
a fork.
It is a butter
How many
knife.
forks? How many knives?
I will take a knife.
You only get one.
I'm gonna say
One fork or one
I'm
knife.
gonna say you have 3 forks, 2 knives. Are you guys trying to board up the doors still? Are you gonna try and give it one more?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We have more.
Yeah, you have more
Now that
people.
we are all together.
I'm gonna say as you're all together, you're able to kind of barricade the door using the couch.
Why is this couch so heavy? God damn.
With all the stress and commotion, and with being quite late, I'm gonna say that most of you fall asleep, and morning begins to break. As you do that, you hear it's like dead quiet in your apartment, right? You no longer hear people riding the streets. You don't hear glass breaking.
Just hear snoring.
You can just kind of see the sun coming up, right?
There's a dog in the distance.
There's a dog barking off in the distance.
Oh, now she's.
But the next thing you hear a man screaming, right? And you can hear him running. It's like literally, it's like the only thing that you can hear. And this man, what you can tell, is outside of the apartment, like running past the apartment complex, screaming, "Please, just leave me alone! I didn't do anything! I didn't do anything!" And you just watch him. I mean, you can hear him running by the apartment complex.
Outside.
Outside.
I want to look out the bedroom window.
Okay, so as you run out, as you look out the bedroom window, give me a check.
6.
So what you see is a man who's very kind of like tall, slender. He's wearing somewhat of like a leather bomber jacket, some sort of a scarf, some like really dark suede shoes, and he's running down the street as fast as he can. He seems to have something in his hand, kind of holding it close to like his breast pocket. And you see he's being chased by law enforcement. As you see that, you see an officer say, like he pulls out his weapon, he pulls his gun out, and he says, "Stop or I'll shoot." The next thing you know, the man looks up to the apartment complex, makes direct eye contact with you for a second. And you feel like you have some weird connection, and you just watch his head get obliterated by a .44 caliber bullet. Give me an insanity roll as you watched a man die.
2.
2?
Charlie said, "I
Okay.
see."
This, I
war
was gonna say,
in a
this is
group."
not my first time watching someone die.
So, Dallas, over your radio, you can actually, like, if you go into the bedroom to watch, you can actually see the law enforcement officer radio over, and he goes, "I got him, sir. Yep, no, I had to put him down like you insisted. What do we do?" You can hear on the other side, the main officer stating, he said, "Get an ambulance down there, check him out, and report back to me with his findings. And make sure you get that book, okay?" And the officer goes, "Yep, I'm already on it." Within a few moments, you hear an ambulance winding down through the city. And the ambulance stops out basically right in front of the apartment complex and begins to pull this man onto a stretcher and begin to load him in the back. But as that's beginning to happen, You can hear the officer kind of stating, "Oh, hold on, I have to check him for something really quick." Holly, are you still at the window?
Yeah.
Give me a roll.
3.
3.
Can I also join in with
Yeah,
her?
yeah.
Since I have this radio on, it's starting to entice me.
Yep. No, absolutely. Yeah, you can join her. You notice out the window that where the man had gotten shot, and as they were dragging his body, this book falls out of his breast pocket and lands on the ground. The officer quickly checks him over, and he goes, shit, I can't find it. Maybe you put it somewhere. And the officer leaves. You notice then that the ambulance driver goes to get back in, but as he does, again, you see people beginning to leave their homes. They're starting to rush out. The ambulance driver is he's on edge. He's very nervous, and you see people. Hey man, what do you got in there? Got any drugs in there? And you see the ambulance driver go, no, it's just first aid supplies. We have nothing. And he goes, I don't know. And then you see the ambulance driver take off on foot down one of the streets. You see multiple gangbangers jump into the ambulance and just start ripping it apart. You see it kind of shake back and forth. You can see things kind of falling out the back. And they go, man, he really was serious. There's nothing but trash in here. And he goes, oh, and a dead guy. And they hop out of the ambulance and walk away. Within a few more moments, you see more and more and more people begin to flood the streets. Some of those people began to don these huge red robes. And they start walking out of different establishments and begin to line up and start making their pilgrimage down to whatever has embedded itself to downtown.
Say, what's going on? I assume you guys look like
Confused as
like
fuck.
the definition of what the fuck is going on.
I'm
So-
going to say, don't open the door for anyone but me. I'm going out.
I want to go.
Be one of
I
those.
want to go.
Be like, hey, I got some drugs.
I want to go though.
I'm going out.
Let me go.
Stay in.
You know what? Let's both go. We have each other's backs, right?
Let's go.
All right, let's
I
go.
got roach spray though. Maybe I should go for that.
Okay, so are you for real on that happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the book.
I want the book too.
It's not good.
Don't even look at
No,
me.
I'm just saying.
All right. Charlie?
You have a fork. Just keep
Charlie.
that in fucking mind, and you have whatever the hell you have.
Is there
What?
only the red robe people on the street? Or is there like other people, kind of civilians and things looking?
Imagine this is a slew of law enforcement officers, military officials,
People rioting.
these weird robed evangelists. There's like gangbangers and looters. Like, imagine that the streets of Manhattan are flooded with just the most chaotic bunch of nonsense you've ever seen.
I think we have to wait a little bit. Just a little bit. I know. I really want the book too. I think that book can give us something of what the hell is going on. But at this point, seeing all that shit out there,
Is there any kind of rope in the apartment?
Rope?
Rope
Robe.
or twine or
Robe?
rope
Rope?
or
there a red
twine
robe in the
or
bathroom?
is there a spare sheet that I can rip or cut?
I mean,
Two
there's sheets in the
No.
bedroom.
I'm
Okay,
serious.
I'm gonna take the sheet off and I'm gonna start cutting
Is
it
there
into
red
strips
rope
and
in
tying those strips together.
Are you gonna try and like climb out the window?
No,
I feel like that's gonna be worse.
nope.
You're 7 stories up.
Yeah, I wanna make something long enough to get to the ground. Not technically, not bearing my weight. Just whatever materials, clothes from the fucking dead uncle, anything that I can cut up and tie together and make a string.
I think I know what you're thinking.
And I want to
To
go
try
to the
to-
potted plant, and I'm going to dump the plant out of it and take the bucket. Take the pot
Okay, that's something
from
else.
the plant,
Okay.
Okay.
and I want to tie it to the end of this rope I've made.
And you want to try and scoop it up. You wanna try
I
and
think I know
scoop
what
the
you're
book
thinking.
up.
Someone goes down there, throws it in the plant, gets back inside.
Either that, or what if we yell down to someone and offer a trade? If they put that book in the bucket, we'll give them something.
I feel like they know we're here.
If we
then.
get... Everyone knows we're here anyway. There's people all through this apartment complex.
Yeah, but most of them have their doors locked too. That's what I'm saying. That mom's probably still in the corner. Like, I don't know.
I'm
That's-
just saying it's worth a shot and it doesn't risk our lives. Going out onto streets.
Or somebody could just take it, because then they're like, what's this worth to you?
I have another option too. So I was thinking ransacking the clothes as well, right? I'm looking for camouflage type wear, like black clothes, and also was there a red robe in the bathroom?
Robe or rope?
Robe.
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 To
Robe.
blend in
Hope's
with
trying to
them.
blend in with these like weird cultist people. You know what? Give me a roll for it. Give me a roll for it. Let's put Hope back in the bathroom. She's liking it.
You wanna? No, I'm not gonna say that.
5.
Fuck.
It could be like burgundy.
I'm gonna say it's like a burgundy color, but it's really close.
You're good. So we have 2 options. We blend in with the crowd, or we do the rope thing.
But only one of us can blend in with the crowd.
Yeah. Well, one person can put on that rope, put the book in the bucket, go back in. I think we might have to wait. Like, the robe and the bucket thing can go well, but I think we have to wait. It's early morning. All that shit's out there right now.
It could
But
wait
there's
till
also so
dark.
many people. What if someone picks it up and then we never find it again?
As you guys are debating on what to do about this book, whether or not to go outside, you see more of these evangelists taking the streets. These people robed in red. As they do that, from out from underneath their robe, they pull out massive assault rifles,
Where are you
AK-47s,
getting these from?
AR-15s, that sort of thing. The next thing you know, they start lighting up the streets. They start shooting down officers. They start taking out civilians. They start taking out the looters. And people are just running, diving behind cars. There's a bloodbath within the streets. The next thing that you know, you see military pulling up, trying to take shots back. And at the very front of the line of these evangelists, you can tell that they have people by the arms, right? They're holding onto their arms, and they're like doing this like weird chanting. And then the next thing you know, you see one of the evangelists jump the barricade and start taking off towards whatever has caused all this commotion. And for the first time, as you guys all look out the window, you see what it is. It is a 20-some-odd foot, like, pearlescent obelisk. Okay? So imagine like a large crystal. Okay? And it has embedded itself into the center of the soil. It's almost like transparent. When you like really, really stare at it, it's almost like you can see like something moving inside. It's almost like fluid-like. The next thing you know, one of the evangelists jumped the barricade and start taking off. He embraces it. He wraps his arms onto the obelisk and begins to hold it.
I wish Noon would hold it.
Why is she so pissed?
As you watch one of the followers leap over the barricade and embrace the stone, with his touch, he begins to levitate from the ground. As he rises up higher and higher into the sky, his screams echo out until his body belongs to the clouds. So as he grabs a hold of this pillar, he just starts to float. And he begins to like sway his arms and kick his feet, and no matter what he's doing, he's not coming back down. He begins to scream out to all of his followers, going, "Help! Wait! What's going on? You didn't tell me you would do this! Wait!" And then it trails off, and you literally just watch him become a speck in the sky.
Oh, fuck, maybe we tie this rope to us and not the fucking bucket.
I still think we should blend in. Why not?
So, with that being said, chaos begins to still ensue in the streets. You see other people, though, as you look off, you see all these people witnessing the same event, right? So you're seeing people having their heads stuck out of the apartment complexes and looking up and just watching in awe. And then all of a sudden you hear people screaming in horror as this guy literally just like disappears into the sky.
Is that
So-
book still there?
Still there.
I tried.
How far away is it from, like, the bottom?
How, like, far out in the street is it? Like, where...
How many
Is it, like,
blocks? How many
I'm
blocks?
gonna say like far away from the building, 20, 30 feet.
The book?
Yeah.
They're talking about the Pablo.
So kind of keep in mind you have this ambulance with this dead man inside of it. You have a book that's laying out in the street. You have all these evangelists, like literally just gunning down thousands of people in a moment. The military is firing back at them. And in the meantime, you have just witnessed this man just disappear into the clouds.
So,
I want to take a bobby pin out of my hair, and I want to go to the study door, and I want to pick the lock.
Give me a roll.
As a groupie, do you know how many rock stars' dressing rooms I've broken into? A study door would be light work for me.
that's ridiculous. That is, like...
Come on.
No, I mean in a
Come
good
on.
way. In a good way. That's a ridiculous... that's awesome.
Yeah. Sure.
5 and a 3.
I'm gonna say a 5 does it. Within a few moments, you're able to pick the lock on the study and open it for the first time.
I'm going to, not being rude, but I'm going to, like, push you out of the way. Like, I've been waiting.
As those doors open, you see like a cloud of dust kind of rush out, and it kind of fills the air. Yeah, basically. And you see everything is covered in a thick white layer of like dust. You see cobwebs gathered in the corners.
Damn, how long ago did your uncle die, dude?
Inside the study, there is a bookshelf full of books. There is a desk, there is a chair, there's a rug, there's another chair in the corner. There is another waste paper bin next to the desk.
Question real quick.
Yes.
Just a side note. How long ago did my uncle die? That is a good question.
Only a couple months ago.
Okay.
I have a
Damn.
question.
So...
He locked his study and couldn't get back in.
Yeah.
So to go back with the camouflage thing, are there any Halloween costumes in here? To be like a military person?
No.
Not at all?
No.
They didn't
Can I-
dress
Close
up
to
for
Halloween.
Halloween.
Can I say that he died on October 31st?
Sure.
No, what if he was a big fan of Halloween, had a bunch of costumes, and we could pretend to be a military person and a red robe person, and then
Well,
Then
we can
we
like
would die.
handcuff him
I'm
and be like, I got one,
looking
I got
into this
one.
room, and I see all of that. Do I... Hang on.
Okay. Holding that thought.
You get rid of that.
So, Dallas, your radio comes back on as you're kind of sitting there. You're kind of always sitting in the corner, just kind of fiddling with it, trying to get certain channels to come in. And you hear the military go, retreat, retreat, back up. We'll extend the barricade. Come on, come on. And you can kind of hear their tanks and other things begin to pull back. And within moments, you see them setting up a barbed wire fence basically around your small little community. So everything now that's being like nobody can like leave this little area that you're in.
So we can't get the book?
The book's still there.
It's
what
just
I
like
mean, are we
around
able-
us. Around like the neighborhood.
Around
okay.
the neighborhood.
All right.
So
It's like a
basically,
perimeter.
neighborhood. Yeah.
yeah. So they've extended
making
the
sure.
perimeter because before they were just putting this barricade around this
block or
this
something.
this block, right? But now they've extended it out to the to the perimeter of the neighborhood because they're like, listen, it's already lost. We're losing too many people. So we're just gonna basically like let them have it, but we're gonna keep people from coming in or out of that area.
Why hasn't an officer seen the book yet if they were looking for it?
Just within all the commotion and things getting
I mean, they did just like whip out assault rifles and shit, and
and just start like
they were
tanking
probably
people.
like, "Fuck this book."
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do? Okay, so yeah, so
Well-
you're back in the study.
I'm going to tell them to give me a minute, and I just want to walk through, and I'll look at the shelves.
So as you peer over the shelves, the bookshelf in general, there is a couple books on it that somewhat catch your eye. One of them is like some very, very old copy of Edgar Allan Poe's works. There's a book on ancient Egypt. There's a book on herbal medicine. There's a book on transcendentalism. There's a book on ESP or psychics. There's a book on alien life. All these things because your uncle was very
Eccentric?
Eccentric. He loved learning about all the weird things in the world.
Like the occult things.
Yeah,
or,
the occult things.
Paranormal.
Different theories and all kind of
Yeah.
random stuff.
So
Is there any one of those books that you want to check out?
I'll just do alien life and then ancient Egyptian.
Okay.
And I want to grab those, but I want to go over to his study table, like where I'm at on
Yep.
the map, and I want to start looking at like whatever. If like, is it a mess like that, like in the picture?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
It is definitely a mess like that.
I just want to like scan over them and just kind of look.
As you shift through the papers, you notice he was trying to like sketch something out,
Mhm.
but kept crinkling it up and throwing it away, crinkling it up, throwing it away. Like his like waste paper bin is like literally heaping over with paper balls, right? And
Yeah.
it's just kind of littered onto the floor. There doesn't seem to be much on his desk that makes any sort of sense.
So I'm gonna uncrumple some of those papers and look at what it.
As you do, it's literally like they're so messed up. They're just like
Like smudged up.
yeah,
and,
smudged
like,
up, and it's
crinkled
not like
stuff.
unlegible,
Okay.
basically. Are you looking like where are you looking at the papers? Just on the desk?
Well, I was looking on the desk and, like I said, in the trash. Like
Give me
by
a
the
roll.
trash
Just
bin.
give me a roll. We'll see.
While he's doing that, can I go to the bookshelf and the books he didn't take, I want to take books and just start.
Do you have one? Yeah, I'll let you choose two to do that as of right now. A 3?
Is it a secret door?
You can maybe tell that there's something in the bottom that's slightly heavier than paper.
Okay.
In the bottom of the
I'm
waste
just
paper.
gonna.
Okay, real quick. What
E
books?
ESP and what was not chosen?
Herbal medicine, Edgar Allan Poe.
I'll go ESP and Edgar.
Okay.
Just
as
give it a
you-
good.
You find one of these books.
Tyler,
Can I go in the room too?
I also want to go
I
into
may
the
not
room.
have chose books I know.
Okay.
Hey Scott,
Yeah.
remember remember college when we tried to hide stuff underneath the rug?
Yeah.
Maybe there's some there.
I mean, it's.
It
Sure,
could.
it's worth. I'm gonna say yeah, it's worth a try, but I'm like, in the process of
I'll
dumping
do
in a
it.
trash can.
As
I'll
you
be like, just give me a minute.
as you topple over the trash can, a bunch of empty whiskey bottles sling across the floor. Can tell your uncle was a little bit of a drunk.
No wonder he wanted me to build that bar.
Go ahead, Dallas. What did you want to do?
I want to check underneath the rug because in college I might have hid some
Okay,
stuff underneath some rugs.
go ahead. Give me a roll.
I'm pretty perceptive. I'm a pilot.
Okay,
I gotta
okay.
make sure. I gotta
All
find
right,
gotta
some certain
see.
shit.
That's a twofer. That's a twofer.
5.
5. Yeah, you pull the rug back and looks like a wood floor. It's pretty nice. Maybe it's a lot cleaner than the rest of the area.
I want to like
You kind of want to like step on it
to see if it's hollow or something.
As you step on, like over top of the rug, you notice that one of the floorboards are a little creaky.
I knew it, you old man. I want to try and open that or pull it open or something.
You gonna use your fork?
I'll use a fork.
Okay, all right, go ahead, give me a roll.
I get 2 since it's a fork.
2, because you got a fork.
And everyone mocked me for
I
bringing
got a
forks
5.
out.
A 5? Yeah, man.
A gun.
As you pull up on, you pry up one of the floorboards, it kind of pops up and almost slides back into itself.
Ooh.
Within it, there is a small tin box with a little lock on
It
it.
better not be more coke, dude.
With a little lock on it.
I'll pull it out.
Okay. As you pull out the little tin box, it seems very, very light.
If it's fucking coke, I'm gonna be pissed.
Is it just like a padlock on it, or like
It's
what
just
kind
a
of
little
lock?
tiny padlock, like this big. It's super small.
I'm gonna get my bobby pin and I'm gonna pick that lock.
Go ahead, give me a try.
Ooh, I wanted to do
I'm gonna say it breaks your bobby pin.
my bobby pin.
I'll try and use the fork.
Go ahead.
It's bent.
Do I witness this?
Can I walk
Yeah,
him through?
6.
Oh,
You
never
got a
mind.
6. It flings open like as if you used a key itself.
Again, everyone mocked me for a
Inside,
fucking.
There's
fork.
just a small wooden wheel.
Let me see that.
Okay, after finding this weird shit, I want to start going through drawers, picking up papers.
I want to ransack the couch because you made a comment earlier.
That it's heavy as fuck.
Okay, go ahead, Hope.
Just 1 or 2.
You
Go
gotta
ahead.
debate it.
Go ahead.
Do you think you deserve
Do you
to?
think that you deserve to?
You made a
because
comment.
because you're a housekeeper, you're always
Yeah.
cleaning through cushions and shit. You're very
Yeah.
good at searching couches.
Okay,
That's why.
go ahead.
Haha, 6.
So you go over to the couch and you start ransacking. Right, you're pulling the things off, and you find a very similar robe.
A gun.
You find a you find
Now 2 of us
you
can go
you
out.
find an ammo container, and
God.
you also find a gun.
Fuck.
I was joking.
Is this real?
No.
Okay.
You also find a gun.
Can I look under that little rug too? There's like a little
We're
like
going
flap
out.
right there.
We're
I see
going
it.
out, baby. We're
There's
going
nothing under the
outside.
rug. I'm
I
just,
see that flap.
yeah, I mean, you can pull the rug back. There's nothing under the rug, bro. I'm just gonna give it to you.
What are those
So-
papers on that? This paper.
Just some. So this is probably an old newspaper. But yeah. You found a rug. Or, I mean, you found a robe. Belonging to the Evangelius. You found a.
Your uncle.
I'm gonna say if you are able to open up the ammo container, it's empty. But you did find a.
Is there any things in here?
You can fire
don't
it and
open
find
it.
out.
Nope.
No.
No.
What'd you find
No.
over there?
Don't do
no,
it.
Don't.
Oh my
That
god,
could
'cause
waste a
that'll
shot.
actually count.
Okay.
Can I like rattle it?
No.
I'm just
Here,
saying we
let me
lost
sh-
something very similar
You're
to
in a
this
different
Are
the
we?
first time.
Open.
Are we going
I don't
out?
know how to do that.
Just don't pull that hammer back or the trigger.
Don't.
So, with that being said, what do you guys want to do?
I'm going
We go
to the
up?
room.
I think we go
'cause
out.
I'm doing this.
I wanna.
I'll take
Give
that.
it to Noah. Yeah.
I'm gonna leaf through the.
We're back, baby.
I'll leaf through the.
I got my rope spray.
things, the books, real quick.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna leaf through those books real quick.
There's nothing.
Okay. I'm just gonna lay them on his desk.
What about the bed drawers? The bedside tables.
You find
like-
more empty
There's a
whiskey
bunch of
bottles.
stuff.
All right.
I think we go
I think we
outside.
do it.
Is there
I think
any
we
cookies
fucking
in the
go.
stove? 'Cause I want some cookies.
We got 2 fucking robes. I got a knife and you got a gun.
So, as this is all unfolding, you guys begin to hear more chanting. As you look outside, you can see that almost every evangelist has a person in hand, and they are taking these innocents and just slapping their palms against the stones, and like 20 to 30 people at a time are now just beginning to rise up off the ground and float off into the clouds. You can't even hear these victims' last words because the chanting has become so loud.
What are they chanting? Hooked on a feeling?
What's
Kali
the song
Ma.
dancing?
With arms wide open.
That makes sense.
Damn, that actually fits.
Yeah. So I need all of you to give me the ones that I would say that are witnessing this. So who's looking out the window to watch hundreds of people get raptured into the fucking sky?
I'm still scared. So.
It's probably Charlie and I, since we're like,
We're so fixated on the fucking
we
book.
want that book.
Okay, go ahead and give me.
We're going fucking crazy from just a book. 2, baby.
I go up by 1. but
Okay.
I'm at a-
Okay. So, Kimberly, as all this chaos is ensuing, you hear another at the door. What would you like to do?
Scott,
Yeah.
did you hear that?
What?
He said H and more.
The knocking.
What? Do I hear it that time? What knocking?
The knocking on the door.
What are you talking about?
Is it on a door? Can I tell where it's coming from?
It's
Okay.
coming from the front door.
Okay. Somebody's knocking on the front door.
You can't.
I'm gonna walk over towards. Well, I'm gonna walk over and just be like.
Oh, are you green?
So.
I'm purple. I'm by the door. Oh yeah.
We're
I'm
by
out
here.
there. We're by there.
So, I'm gonna grab this. I'm
Folks
going
playing in the
to
couch.
crack it open.
Okay.
Taking a
I'm gonna
nap.
look. Is there bullets inside of it?
Uh-huh.
How many?
I don't know.
I
Even
can shut up and see.
I
Nope.
don't even know.
Oh damn it!
We'll say that it looks full.
Hey, buddy. It's the same thing as killing that baby.
Yeah.
We're gonna say it looks full.
Roll of the
Okay.
dice.
I'm just gonna make sure. Click it back in,
Yep.
and I'm gonna like
Cock it
Accidentally fired.
Don't just
question. If I cock this,
and let it go. It'll go off.
so don't actually do it.
so no, but I mean, is there a way to like?
Hey yo,
Just do
Hey,
it.
yo,
Just do it slow.
Get that
Okay.
bird.
Yeah. Just do it. It's just like a normal gun.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
cock it back,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna like
He's
walk
gonna
over
see
towards the door.
This is
Uh-huh.
Tyler's
Well,
plan to
no,
kill us
because
all.
my thing, I wanted to make sure. I thought it was gonna click back,
Uh-huh.
and normally if you hold a hammer and pull a trigger and go like this, you can reset it without it going off. I want to make sure
No, just
this.
let the hammer back slow. and it
Yeah,
won't go
now
off.
I know it. Just it doesn't
Yeah.
stick. So I'm gonna cock it back, and I'm gonna start walking towards the door.
I'm sorry.
I'll just be like Cole, just.
Charlie's on a higher end. Charlie doesn't know what's real, what's
I'm
not.
gonna start walking towards the door, and I'm gonna get like
We got people.
5 feet away.
Okay.
I assume everybody is being dead silent.
Yes.
All of
I'm
you are
taking a
being
nap.
dead silent, right?
I'm taking a
Dead
nap.
silent. Okay.
Look at me.
I'm gonna just kind of like stop and listen.
So you kind of like press your ear to the door.
No. I said 5 feet away.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You're close enough in listening.
I'm gonna look back at her and just be like,
What do you want to do?
Somebody was knocking on the door. I know we're not letting anybody in, but like, we didn't hear anybody coming up the stairwell, and like,
Kimberly, do me a favor.
yeah.
Go to the door and peek out the hole.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me a check real quick.
Just whatever.
Just a
Whoa.
normal.
You gotta
check.
make
Black
you gotta like make sure all the babies are good. So you gotta be pretty perceptive, right?
10 babies. 4.
As you kind of peer out the door, you see that woman back with her baby, and you just see her kind of bouncing it back and forth, just in front of the door. And then, just real lightly,
do I hear it that time?
and she goes, please, they're coming back, please.
If we don't let her in, I gotta know.
You don't
what
hear
happens
anything.
if we do.
I don't hear anything. I'm gonna say,
It's the lady with the baby. She's knocking on the door.
tell her to back up out of the way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look out that way.
Give me a roll.
1.
1. As you peer out the door, you don't see anything but an empty hallway.
There's nobody out.
She was right there.
Krista, give me an insanity check.
Maybe I should get off the couch because I'm like right next to the door.
What's your insanity right
2.
now? As you start to kind of feel this like weird like, I know what I saw.
But did anybody see
I
it
could
before?
hear what's happening. What I don't understand. You know what I mean? You're starting to have this like weird emotional turmoil.
Yeah.
Do I see anything out the door, like, either way?
You could hear like maybe some people like slamming their apartment door shut. You maybe see like a couple shadows of people kind of like dodging from one room to another. But they're either like really far below you, or you can kind of like make, you know, like as you're looking up the staircase, you can kind of see people.
I don't see anybody on our level though.
No.
Okay.
No.
And we have the door barricaded right now, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. I was just gonna like, and then shut the door again,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to unbarricade it.
Yeah, it's still barricaded.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, she's not there now, so I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of.
Okay.
You should mess with
So
that
as you guys
wheel.
kind of step back from this
And I'll just-
situation, I'm gonna say that you're able to kind of like regroup, and
I'll give
eat.
it back to you in a minute.
You know, you regroup, you eat, you kind of check out the windows as you still kind of watch, these cult members, you know, forcing people to basically make this crazy decision as they're floating up to the sky. There's other members of the actual cult that are running up and touching it themselves. You know,
Like by choice.
yeah, by choice, and like, you know, like screaming praise as they're getting like sucked up into the air. And night begins to fall.
Tyler, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Krista, but can I like take a good look at Kimberly, see if she like looks or like feeling a bit off or looking a bit off or something?
Okay. You want to give her like a visual inspection?
Yeah,
Sure. Go ahead. Give me a check.
pretty perceptive.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
You didn't eat anything at about McTinna, did you?
4.
A 4. As you kind of look over, she seems relatively fine. Just kind of shaken up. She has like large like bags underneath of her eyes. But as you kind of like stare at her, you get this like really uneasy feeling that something is going to happen.
To me, to us, or
Just
to her?
you just get like this overwhelming feeling of dread,
She's gonna kill us.
kind of in the pit of your stomach. Kimberly, the next thing that you
I
hear.
gotta save the babies.
Oh God. She's knocking again.
I'm gonna hurry up and look out.
As you look out, the woman is there.
It's like, oh. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna be like,
So the woman gets really close up to the door and she goes, "Please, please let me in. I won't tell anybody that I'm here. Please, please just let me in. I can't even tell you what they did to me the last time. Please, or at least just take my baby, please."
She's still alive.
Maybe you can kind of hear it like cooing
yeah.
softly.
I mean, she survived the first time.
I'm gonna wave
I think
Scott
she'll be
back
fine.
for a second.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Hold on.
Let's.
No.
Okay. You guys are.
We're group huddling.
It
Group huddle.
is
I'm gonna. Yeah.
How about this?
All I'm saying is I'm grabbing her and bringing her with me,
okay.
like away from the door.
How about this? We really want that book. In exchange, we'll take the kid if she gets us that book.
Ooh, I like that.
And then we can dress up as the Red Cloaks and
Hold on. Because technically, it's a baby. We don't know if it's actually a thing. If we have to, we can put it down. I know
The
that's
only
not a
thing
good
that
idea.
worries me, why is she coming to this apartment?
Yeah,
There are
this
so many other
Whoa.
apartments, but she won't give up on ours.
Tyler said that she. Sorry. Tyler said that she.
Tyler said.
It was worse than I was like this too. Tyler said she went to other doors after us.
Right, but then she went to the corner, but has only come back to our door. She only continuously knocks on our door when there's other people running to and from rooms. Why isn't she trying to get into the one where people have come and gone? No one has come or gone from this apartment. Why does she continuously try to get into ours? What has happened in this apartment that she knows about?
She said, like, you don't know what they did to me last time or whatever, but... So, is she, like, in cahoots with them? Because, like, whenever they killed her, they killed everybody else, so why didn't they kill her? Because of the baby?
I like Noah's plot.
That's what I'm saying. We'll take the baby.
But I'm afraid to tell her to get the book. Because then she might just be like, oh, thanks. And then just, like, drop the baby and grab the book and leave.
Make the baby get the book.
Yeah.
Are we even sure it's an actual fucking baby? This baby has been covered
That
in
is
something this
true.
whole fucking time.
And she didn't get dropped on the fucking ground and just...
Wait, when the baby hit the ground, did we see an actual baby? Or
You
was
saw-
it just
you saw-
like
you
a
saw,
lump
like-
of blanket that fell to the fucking floor?
You saw maybe like a figure of something in a
have a
blanket
plan.
that resembled somewhat of a baby.
I have a
Could've
plan.
been a baby doll.
What's the plan?
Okay.
Alright, so we say we'll take the baby if she gets us the book. And then when she gets the book, we'll say, we'll let you in too. Someone will keep a watch out the window. And can we, like, shoot her
No.
from the window if she starts to run?
Send the baby and the book up in the pot.
I don't know if that pot can hold a baby.
I mean-
Baby's only like 10 pounds.
Depending on how old this baby is.
Well, from the way she's acting, not very much.
Let's just
So-
say you leave
Before
the
we
baby
do
at the
anything-
door.
Before we do anything, we have to make her hold the baby, show us the baby through the peephole before we even open this door.
So as you guys are having this discussion, you hear the front door of the apartment complex just become obliterated. It's just somebody just busts through it, and you hear people running through the apartment complex, and you hear people screaming, "No, no, please, please, don't do this to me, please, please!"
I'm unlocking
Okay.
it. Bring her in.
No, I'm gonna walk up
Unbarricade
to
the
the
door.
I'm-
Unbarricade the door and pull her in.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna pull that away, but I'm gonna cock the gun and I'm gonna say, hold the baby up.
She goes, "What?"
Hold the baby up now.
She holds the baby up to the peephole.
Is
Is
it a
it
real
a real
baby?
baby?
It seems like a normal cooing baby.
You motherfucker.
Okay,
It's
I rip the door open and I pull her and the baby inside and slam the door shut. Start barricading.
As you do that, just for the split second, you can watch people on like the lower floors getting ripped from their apartments. Those evangelists are coming in and just tearing out all the people and dragging them out onto the streets. Okay, and you can see more start making their way, coiling up the stairs.
Okay. When I pull her and the baby in the apartment, I want to pull the baby from her arms, and then everyone starts barricading.
Hold that gun up.
Everyone
No.
start barricading.
No, hold on.
No.
Where's the red cloak at?
Bathroom, and then you found another one. Like,
Yeah, there was
the
like a
couch.
maroonish
I guess
one.
I'm holding
in the
it,
couch.
right?
No,
Because I picked it up
the
in
actual, the
Wherever you wanna
actual
put it.
robe that we found.
In the couch.
Wherever,
In the
wherever,
couch.
We
wherever,
found an actual one in the couch, so I guess I'd be holding it because I.
wherever
picked it up.
Skippy put
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I'm going to give you this gun right now. I'm gonna grab this robe and throw it over me, and I'm gonna, when Holly pulls her in, I'm gonna grab a hold of her, and I'm going to hand the baby to Holly. I'm gonna look at her and go, "I'm so sorry," and I'm just gonna walk out with her and drag her down the hallway.
You're dumb.
But I have the gun.
Damn.
You're dumb.
But I have the gun.
When
goes-
he hands me the
fine.
baby, I want to hand him the knife. Like make an exchange,
Okay.
baby
Just-
for knife.
Yep. Okay.
Like, in the
okay.
At least
pocket.
it's something.
And I'll just be like,
Yeah.
"Come with me," like just.
She goes.
Act
She
like
goes.
you're struggling.
She just kind of like she's not even like struggling with you at all. She just keeps looking over to see like if the baby made it inside.
And I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna soon be like, "If you want to live, struggle."
And she starts to like fake it. And she goes, "No, please, wait."
And I'm gonna just like start like
Oh, shoot.
hood
Head-
down over, just start going downstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
You start walking out. Give me an insanity check as this is happening because this is like emotionally fucking stressful.
While he's doing that,
I'm emotionally
is
stressed
the
out
baby
right
in
now.
my hands
The
real?
baby is in your hands.
Is it real?
Real.
We don't know.
She's looking.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a
I don't
give
think
me
they
a
have
roll.
fake
I have
babies
to
in the
look to see if
70s.
it's a real
Just
baby.
look at the baby.
A one.
You look at the baby. It's a baby.
Okay, but it looks like a living, breathing, crying baby.
Yeah. And
Okay.
as you look at it,
I don't trust
it's
it.
cooing. It's looking up at it with your big, beautiful eyes, right? And you may
holding
see
my
something
roach
a
spray.
little off about its eye, just like maybe something like swimming around in its pupils. We're not sure yet, but keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna walk her down. I'm going down the staircase and outside.
You walk outside and you almost kind of like step in line as people are being drug out onto the streets. You can notice that the cult is just dragging people to the stone and just they would grab each arm right below the wrist and just forcing their palms to touch it as they just begin to all ascend up.
Okay, so on my way into this line, do I see the book?
It's like basically 2 feet from your body.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a hold of her, and I'm gonna say, "Pick this up," and I'm going to kind of
Yeah.
trip her a little bit, like,
Yeah. And she goes, "What? Oh. Yeah."
and then I'm gonna pull her back up in line, and I'm gonna take the book and put it in my pocket. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna
You're not gonna read it?
continue on.
Okay.
You just stop and read the
Yep.
book. You're fucking
Uh-huh.
suspicious.
I'm
What
in
is-
line.
I know, no, she's saying, why don't you just read it? You're gonna be fucking
Yeah.
like,
Oh, okay.
Let me stop for a
Okay.
second.
I will say that there's a bunch of debris. I'm gonna say there's cars flipped over on end, that sort of thing. There's that ambulance that's out with that dude who's dead. Imagine that it's basically like an apocalyptic war zone.
Okay, so how this is organized, I'm looking around and I'm seeing how everybody. I'm going to, as I'm holding on to her, I'm going to put my head back down beside her. I'm going to say, run back for the apartment building.
Okay.
I'm going to tell her to elbow me and run back towards the apartment building. And I'm going to be right behind you.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. That plays out very well.
okay.
I'm gonna actually give a contested roll against you to play it off.
Okay.
I got a 2.
I got a 3.
Hell yeah. You played off perfectly. Just as you said, she elbows you in the gut, she takes off running, and you yell.
I'm just going to dash
Yeah.
after her.
You see
Just-
you see a couple members kind of look back for a moment, but then they kind of shuffle people still in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it plays out great.
Okay.
You're able to make it back to the apartment complex. Where do you want to go from there? You're at the base of the stairs.
I'm just gonna
Go grab a drink
chase
from
her
the bar.
up,
Okay.
up the stairs.
You unwind up the stairs to let you in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you go inside. Are we re-barricading the
Yes.
doors?
Yes.
Okay. You slam the couch back up against. What do you want to do?
I'm going to first throw her down on the couch and just tell her, do not move.
Okay. She's
So-
kind of just and she goes, please, can I have my baby back?
I want to look at the baby.
No.
Please,
What?
please give me my baby back, please.
I want my baby.
Not yet.
Baby back, baby back, baby back.
All right.
Hell yeah. I love it.
She's like, please, just.
I'm holding my roach spray.
I'm gonna hold
Please.
the gun to her. Just
Just
at
my
her
spray.
head.
She goes, I don't care, please, just
Cool.
Give me my baby.
What does a baby look like?
Please.
I want to unwrap the baby and hold it up.
Okay, it looks like a baby. It's naked.
It's not wearing clothes.
Is it a
No,
boy
it's
or
just
girl?
wrapped in a blanket.
Is it
What
a
the
boy
fuck?
or
Was it
girl?
just
It's
born?
a boy. Yeah, it's very young.
So I want to look at it. It's kind of a similar way that I looked at
Okay.
Kimberly.
As
That's
you
bigger than mine.
as you look over this baby, everything seems to be physically fine, but when you take a really deep look into his eyes, they're like a brilliant blue color, but you can almost see these little tiny almost white larvae or like worms
Drop
kind of
the baby.
squiggling
Hey, yo, what the
inside
fuck's
of them,
wrong with your kid?
and then they just disappear.
Drop the
Like, you know,
baby.
they basically disappear into the pupil, into that darkness, into that pit.
Drop the baby.
I'm gonna give the baby to Krista. She's fucking NICU nurse.
Drop the fucking baby.
Why?
What's wrong with the baby?
Shit's in its eyes. Larva, some type of thing is in its eyes.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, explain better.
Worms in the eyes. Worms in the eyes.
It looked like a fucking.
Okay, why does
Random
that mean I
ass
have
species.
to drop it? Maybe it just needs fucking
Put her on the
worm.
ground.
I don't
You don't have
know.
to drop it. Put her on the ground.
What are
Put
we
it in the
doing here,
sink.
champ?
I'm holding the gun back up to the old woman.
She's not
Just
old.
put.
All right.
She's like
I'll-
late 50s.
All right.
Oh,
Old woman.
Well, like we'll
I'm
say
waving my
like
spray over.
late 40s. Late 40s.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the
Okay.
baby
Time out.
and wrap it in a blanket.
Okay.
Time out.
Baby's
Time out.
wrapped in
Time out.
blanket.
Stop,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Chill.
Yeah.
Ma'am. What's going on?
She takes a breath. She goes.
Put it down.
I'm not 100% sure.
This
She-
is not your baby.
It is.
Who's the father?
That's what it. Yeah.
And she kind of like drops her head and she goes, "Your uncle's."
Sure said I don't know.
My uncle.
Mm-hmm.
That's your nephew. Wait.
Yeah.
So I do
Ish.
want to. I'm ignoring you.
That's fine. You can ignore
Yeah,
me.
I do. I want to walk over and I just want to like look at the baby, and like kind of just like.
She goes. Listen, he's fine. I don't know what those things are, but it hasn't affected him at all. Please, he's still happy and lucky, and he's just everything is fine.
Uncle gotta be a part of this
Just
cult.
let me have him back, please. He's the only thing I have left in this
Hold
world.
on.
I want to look into her eyes.
As she's talking, you can kind of glance over. There's nothing wrong with her.
Can you do me a favor? Can you look into my eyes and make sure?
You look, you peer in. There's nothing.
Okay. So, while you guys were arguing,
The book.
I read this. So, I want to make one thing clear with you out of
When
game.
Noah said the
So,
babies was bigger.
It says was forcefully removed by law enforcement. You mean that means him, right? Like
Mhm.
Hunter?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do I know who Hunter is?
Hunter is, if you actually look him up, he's a real person.
Yeah.
In real life, he was a journalist for the New York Post.
Okay.
In the 1970s.
Okay.
So basically, he went and, from what you can kind of gather from the booklet, if you were to read it over a little bit,
Just give me 1 sec.
if you read it over a little bit, Hunter is this like fantastic journalist. So he was the first person on the grounds as soon as this thing hit, and he just starts jotting down every note and everything possible that he can. And the police and the military thought that he was going to expose all this information to the public before they could get a handle on what was actually happening.
Okay.
That's why he was gunned down and put into an ambulance.
So I'm going to tell you right now, what's in this book is just an account of what happened that we know, but there's one important thing. There is an inscription on the back of that obelisk that's out there. And I believe we have the means to decipher it.
The cipher.
I want to read the book.
All right. Thank you.
It's only like 2 pages.
I was about to go out.
Check the back of the book,
Obelisk.
just in case. Check the back of the book. Tyler's.
We got a blue light anywhere.
Oh my god, wait.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Let me see it.
There is a page ripped out.
I saw the page ripped out.
And if there's a page ripped out with Tyler, that means there is impression writing.
I will kind of give you the hint that with the page being missing, that
That's a V.
Hunter did one last thing to try and keep it from anybody else, and the missing page is on his person.
I figured it was in his stomach.
It's like on him. It's not
It's up
in
his
him,
ass.
but it's on him.
He's one of those.
You can kind of gather that.
Crotch area?
Probably.
Yeah.
Never got
Ass
to read
cheeks,
it.
whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That,
The taint.
Never got to
he
read
has the actual inscription on his body.
I am gonna look at you guys and be like, I understand however this may come out, like, in the end,
it. You're gay?
but for now,
Hell
but
yeah.
for now, I'm going to see my nephew.
Cousin.
It's your cousin.
Or cousin, yeah.
So
It's my uncle, yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
picking
yeah.
him up?
I'm gonna, like, yeah.
So as you pick him up, is there anything that you want to ask her?
Oh, is it a girl?
No, the mom.
Oh,
Like, as you're kind of holding the baby.
so, what's the story with this? Like, how
well-
did you know my uncle? I've never met you before.
Well, basically, I didn't know him either. One day I was just walking down the street and I saw this weird group of people coming in and out of your apartment, all dressed in those red robes. And the next thing I know, I was beaten, dragged upstairs, raped. And a few months later, well, I got Alexander out of it, and that's all I really needed to know. The only thing is obviously
Hamilton?
something is wrong. And when I came back, well, your uncle wasn't here anymore. And by that I mean he was in pieces all over the apartment. All over the apartment. Every last piece. Where I put him. I put his head in the fucking sink. I put his fucking dick hanging out the window to show everybody how small it was.
I'm going to walk up.
yeah.
I'm going to walk up and I'm going to hug her.
And she just begins to bawl.
My roach spray.
And she just bawls and just kind of, just begins to hug you. She buries her head in like.
I'm just going to say, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize he was that kind of person.
I don't think anybody did.
Obviously not. I was supposed to be very close to him, but apparently I know nothing about him.
Give me a insanity roll.
Wait, did she kill him?
Yeah, she murdered the shit out of him. she dismembered him into like 100 pieces, but nobody ever found out how that actually happened.
Is there a piece under the rug? I know there's something under that rug.
There's a toe underneath.
Yeah. What'd you get?
But I got a 2. I'm
Okay,
good.
so you're good.
I'm fine at 10.
She goes, I know they met a lot, but I don't know how that thing got here. She kind of looks at you and she's just dead quiet. The next thing you know, you hear footsteps. Like, sounds about like 10, 12 people rushing up the staircase.
I'm going to turn around.
And you hear one of them go, Alice! I know you're up here, honey. Come on. It's your turn. Don't hide from us. You hear people banging on the door, busting ones open. You hear them ransacking the different places. Come on, Alice. Come on out. I know you're in here somewhere. You hear them, like, check the door that's, like, right next to yours. I need everybody to give me an insanity roll as you kind of feel this tension growing.
Me too.
You're just fucking me up.
You hear boom, boom up against your door. You can kind of see the couch kind of shifting back as each hit it takes. I want somebody to give me a contested roll to see if I get in.
Can there be more than one person fighting against you, Tyler?
I'm gonna say I'll let 2 of you. 2 of you make it to the door.
I'll do it.
So who and
Either,
who?
I was gonna say either that or else I can roll 2. Because
fine.
I am probably so furious right now at my uncle in this whole situation.
Okay.
What are we doing? Are we doing two separate?
Yeah,
or-
we'll do you two. So we'll say like you both run up and kind of slam the couch back up against the
Okay.
door.
And I'm rolling 1.
Yep. All right. I got a 2.
You got a 1?
I got a 1.
Motherfucker.
The next thing that you feel,
How did
you
we
feel the
manage
couch
that?
kind of sling up against your stomachs. You both fall back onto your backs,
I'm getting my spray.
and the door slams wide open as you see 3 of the cloaked men walk inside.
Can I
They
start
see Alice
spraying?
sitting on the couch, and they go,
Not a bad idea.
Alice, we told you couldn't run from us. Come on. You might as well go without a fight. You did the last time. And the one man goes to lunge.
Jesus.
Man, that was good. Hey,
I'm spraying now.
I'm gonna yell at you to throw me your spray. Okay.
That
Ooh,
scared the living fuck out of me, dog.
I'm getting her can of spray.
You shot the man dead as hell.
The other 2 that are right here, I'm getting the can of spray.
I'm pulling out my
and
knife, my
I'm
butter knife.
Pulling my Zippo
Oh, okay.
and lighting it and then just going.
Okay, we have to do contested rolls.
Okay. I'm using, even though it's not for insanity, I'm using my insanity die.
Okay.
That other dice has not been treating me well.
I got a 5.
I got a 5.
Okay.
gotta go again.
Go again. I got a 6.
I got a 2. Fuck.
Yeah, so there's 2 more men. They're literally, for a second, they're kind of shocked, and they're like, and then you see like they kind of like both look at each other to like go to make a run for the door.
I'm running
As they
to
go
the
turn.
bathroom
Okay.
to get the burgundy robe.
Can I reach? Wait, I'm still wearing a robe.
Yeah, you're still wearing a robe.
I'm putting on the
I'm
burgundy
gonna
robe.
scream. What are you doing?
They kind of look
We
over.
have this
They
covered.
look over at you and they go, "You know what we're here for?"
Yes. What do you think I was doing? Why'd you just knock me? In the hesitation, I'm just gonna grab
I'll
the
walk out
nearest
like
one
this.
and
I'll
just
walk
try to
out.
rip them down.
I walk out like this. I'm like,
What?
Like out the door. Like
No. I'm pulling them back in.
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead.
okay.
Give me a roll. We'll do a contested roll.
Okay.
See how. I got a 5.
I got a 2. Fuck.
You kind of grab a hold of him and you pull him in. And you're like, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm sorry. I didn't know where you were at. Wait, who are you?"
What are you talking about?
I
Go
walk
get
out.
her.
I walk out and start chanting.
Yeah, sorry. And they go to like pick her up by the arms, you know, and they.
I'm
kinda
just gonna
put
kick
one
the
of-
door shut behind me.
And they go, "Wait, where's the baby?" As you kind of see them like scouring
What
around.
baby?
Her baby.
This is great. I'm just playing the confusion so bad. You got more shots, buddy.
That is true.
What baby?
It's all loaded.
You know what baby? Come on, man.
She didn't have a baby with her.
Me and the baby are vibing
Shit,
with
you're
the
telling
cipher.
me. Shit. Oh, he's not gonna be happy about this.
The baby rhino starts
He. Why?
Ah, fuck. He goes, "Come on, man. We just gotta get her." And then, so we pick her up by the they pick
Sacrifice
her
her.
up by the armpits, and they go, "Okay, just move the couch. Let us get us out of here. It's happening." Wait. They look over and he goes, "What? What are you doing?" Oh!
God damn!
He goes, "Man, are you serious?" Guy pulls out a gun towards you.
Well, I either have 1 bullet left or no bullets left.
Just go for the other guy.
No,
They're all dead!
He shot them all.
He shot both of them.
Was there?
Yeah,
I
he
only
shot
heard
him.
2 pops. That's why.
There was 3. The
Oh,
first
the
one
third
was the one
one.
that fucked me up.
No, never mind. No. That second one, I thought he was just aiming and shooting.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
clicking, but there's nothing in there.
Yeah, no, Dallas takes a few near shots, but in their confusion is able to take out all of them. You hear the baby just crying in the background, and you hear the mother, she just scrambles up and she just grabs a hold of the baby. And she goes, please, Please, can we just lock the door now, please?
Yes.
Pull the bodies in.
Oh,
I need you
they're
to
in.
give me an insanity check. You just murdered 3 people.
I'll go for ya.
No.
But he's trained.
I'm trained to
He
be.
is a new pilot
I did
in
say
the
I was a
army,
new
and he
pilot.
hasn't done shit yet.
But he
Are
went
you
through
in the
basic
army?
training.
He hasn't killed anybody yet.
Are you in the army or are you just a pilot?
I'm a pilot, so I would technically
All
be drafted
pilots
almost
don't
immediately.
have them.
1. I'm fine. I killed men before.
I've killed men
They
before.
had simulation.
Okay, who else was in this room? Okay, roll an insanity check. You just watch people get murdered. This is extremely stressful and scary.
I don't remember if I
I'm
said
in
I
the
was
bathroom.
I'm fucking good
I'm gonna
because
say
I'm
that maybe,
already.
I'm gonna say that you were
insane.
probably in the bedroom holding, because you were the one taking care of the baby for
Yeah.
a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mom just
I put
probably
the
ran
blanket
in
on the
with
baby.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Hope.
I ran to the bathroom to
Oh,
put the
that's right. Yeah,
baby
Hope
room.
was in the bathroom. Man, that's her hiding place, dog. She's got that.
Oh yeah, right
No,
after the
wait.
She
I
went
walk
to grab
out. I walk out when all this is happening. I'm like,
I'm gonna run out of the bedroom.
it. And you just come out
Hey.
to see. You didn't watch him die,
didn't
but
see
you
my
wa-
dad.
Yeah, you're just like,
A
I walk
cancer
out of the
kills the
bathroom.
stone.
Wearing the robe. Says a cancer kills the stone.
Who was born in
What killed
June?
them?
can I read the book now?
Well,
hey, we have extra robes now. Just
oh
saying.
good.
A cancer kills the stone.
Like, we're
Why are you
talking
staring
like,
at me?
we talking like Scorpio, Virgo.
Taurus. Gemini.
You're a Cancer.
You're a cocksucker.
Fucker.
That's why you asked about my birthday.
That's why you asked all of us, you bitch.
You didn't ask me.
I told him. I told him
Yeah.
everyone's.
The only person I didn't know was Noah's.
I'm not gonna lie, with this cipher, I went through the first half and did the wrong letter. I was going above and not below, so I got sekpunt. And I went, I'm using this cipher wrong.
I'm gonna leaf through this and see if there's anything like I can just like find.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nope. So, with the inscription on the back of the obelisk deciphered, it says, "A cancer kills the stone."
I just got my pilot.
I
license.
would like to do something real quick.
Okay.
I know that's a wooden cipher, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to take that and I'm going to grab the journal from her and I'm going to grab whatever inscriptions and I am going to take that flower pot, dump it out real quick, and I'm going to light it.
As soon as you empty out that flower pot onto the ground, you hear a little metal key ting out onto the floor.
I'm just going to light it,
Toss it in there.
toss it in there,
Let it burn.
let it burn.
Okay. So back to
Okay.
you, Dallas. What do you got for us?
Do you have to touch the stone?
You come to the realization
that I have to
that
touch
you
it.
have to touch it.
Does that mean you're gonna be put into clown?
Okay. We put on. 2 of us go down. We both put on the robes.
I'm still flaunting.
I'll tie the bedsheet rope to me and to you, and you touch the stone, and I can pull you back down.
But what if it doesn't go away? You just gonna carry me like a balloon?
Oh my god,
There's
could
a
you
child's book
imagine?
like that.
You would have to live in an upside down house.
Dang.
That'd be cool.
I gotta do it.
Is there a way to know if it'll come
Alright,
back down?
well,
Can we
It's
test
worth
it?
a shot.
Just
It's
test
worth
it
a
on the
shot
woman.
to try it.
Test
Can
it on the
I
woman.
think?
Ask her when her birthday is. Test it out on her.
Ma'am, what's your birthday?
I'm an Aquarius.
Man,
Yeah,
I
her down,
fucking
though.
hate Aquarius.
How long ago was the baby born?
Hey yo.
It's had a couple months, right?
Hey yo.
Yeah.
Probably not even.
Damn.
When's Aquarius'
How many
birthday?
months?
Hold on.
Aquarius is
I
February.
was gonna say the baby's not a cancer, is it? Okay.
You're the one who fucking picked October.
No,
So I had
that's
to
when
pick
he
somebody who
died.
only had a singular zodiac sign that lined up with this. With this side being all bowls, I had to pick something different.
What are the odds of?
I say
Give me a robe.
we try tying you.
You gotta rip it off.
It's
I'm
worth
gonna-
a shot.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna look at you and be like, "It's your decision."
We can wait till it's night.
But however this turns out,
Wait
I'll
a
come
second.
with you.
Wait a second. Out of all of those people that got sucked up, none of them are cancers?
They might have been selective. I don't know why they were just trying to take certain people, but not us. Like, you realize they came in just to take her, and they didn't even pay attention to you guys. How do you think you shot them all?
Shit.
So with this realization sinking in, I need you to give me an insanity check, knowing that your life might be coming to an end.
How would they know all these people's birthdays?
Alright. Give me a robe. I'm putting this whole New Year's extravaganza to
New
an
year,
end.
new me.
I'm gonna throw my robe up.
It's.
I'm gonna ask him for the gun.
I kind of want to just click it one more time to see if there was a
Nope,
bullet.
just hang on. Just trust me.
What does this do?
No.
I'm
Okay.
gonna put on a robe too.
I'm gonna
You gotta rip
put
it
it
off
in my
body.
pocket,
One of the dead guys.
and then I'm going to tell everybody just stay here.
Look out the window.
Just watch out the window. And then I'm going to say, "Are you ready?"
He as I'll ever be.
I'm going with you.
I'm just gonna just
He's
stay
not
here.
floating
Just
off
stay
without
here.
me, bitch. I'm going with you.
Just for the love of God, please stay here. It's just less attention.
Okay.
So
I'm stepping out the door.
As you two head out the door,
mhm.
are you coming?
I'm going.
You're following behind, and it's nice outside. The clouds are still kind of dark, but every once in a while you can kind of feel a warmth of sun hit your cheek. It's nice. The air seems to subside, the smoke is kind of drifting away, and it's almost silent. The chanting has almost stopped, and they've kind of taken a step back, almost giving you a clear stretch to walk. You take a few steps forward out onto the street, and you walk up to this foreboding obelisk. As you stretch your hand out to touch it, you watch as it's almost like as if a larva or some sort of animal is just kind of swirling around and inside of it. What would you like to do?
Nice meeting you, Charlie. We had some fun times in college.
Sure did. Sorry that my uncle had to ruin it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you'll have next year.
I had my dream. I got to fly a plane.
Damn good pilot too.
Tell Kimberly and
Skippy.
yeah, Skippy. Tell them
So
they were. Tell them that
Oh, what's up?
it was
What's down? I'm sorry.
it was nice meeting them as well. See you on the other side, I guess. And I'll touch the obelisk.
As your palms touch the stone, it's very cool to the touch, extremely smooth. But you almost feel like electricity running through your fingertips.
Ow.
As you kind of get lost into the sight of what's before you, it's almost as if you're watching a larva emerging from its cocoon.
Ew.
The obelisk begins to crumble and shatter and begin to fall to the ground. But in its place, it reveals a large, sentient being bearing no facial features whatsoever, and 6 gargantuan feathered-like wings kind of flight out from it.
Is this an angel?
As it begins to levitate towards the heavens, the clouds open up, the grayness subsides, and the hundreds of bodies begin to fall down like rain. I need you 3 to give me insanity checks and also rolls to dodge the bodies that are crashing into the buildings, vehicles, and pavement as the streets begin to literally fill with blood.
I'm stuck to this thing, right? No?
You touched it and it cracked.
I rolled a 3 for insanity, so I'm good on that.
Okay?
And then I rolled a 5 to dodge.
Okay, I'm gonna say you're able to slip underneath of a car or something, and you just kind of watch
I'm gonna hop in that ambulance.
as these like limbs just begin to fall to the ground.
I went up in insanity and got a 6 on my roll. As I run away, I want to grab his robe to try and bring him with me.
Okay.
I got a 2 for insanity, so I don't go up.
Okay.
And I got a 5.
Okay.
Dodge.
I'm gonna say basically as you guys are all kind of huddled under some sort of barricade or shelter, you just literally get to watch the bodies rain to the ground. Let the bodies at the floor. So, with that being said, I have one last thing to ask you before we end this.
Don't be something fucking heartfelt like, what do you want to do for New Year's?
So, do we truly worship the holy, or do we just fear the powerful? And that's where we're gonna end for today.
And that's a wrap on today's adventure on Creatures and Cantrips. Thank you for being part of the journey. We couldn't do it without you. Whether your dice rolled high or low, the story is always what matters most, and we hope today's tale sparked your imagination. Don't forget to subscribe and share the podcast with your fellow adventurers. Word of mouth helps us grow our party. And if you enjoyed the quests, we'd love to hear from you. Leave us a review or reach out on social media with your favorite moments of the show. Stay tuned for our next episode where new challenges, creatures, and quests await. Until then, keep your creativity flowing. The world of Creatures and Cantrips is vast, and the next adventure is just around the corner.